If BestEDU is the answer, what is the question? What would you say?
That is a very good question.
Thank you.
Yes, I think the question is really how can we support the educational institutions and the people, teachers, students, administration there.
What is the future of good education? Well, the answer should be BestEDU.
What kind of education can bring passion and creativity both for students and for teachers?
BestEDU could be one important part, because you know that something little could change everything.
The BestEDU is the answer to developing a common understanding of what's going on right now within education regarding the use of technology.
So, what are we bringing to the table?
As
Honestly,
individuals,
or participants of this group?
the obvious answer is that we are coming from different countries with different experiences.
I always say that we call experience the sum of our mistakes. Therefore, we put on the table the sum, the complexity of our mistakes, the mistakes of our countries. Therefore, if experience is the sum of our mistake and we can teach the other not to have the same mistakes.
What we have learned are the different perspectives of technology and how different cultures have now seen it.
When you're introducing something new, like new technology, it is very important you do this on the basis of where the receiver stands, where the teacher stands.
Inspiring teachers to do their best and to believe in themselves, not to be afraid of making a mistake, just learn from it.
Yeah. Or working with special needs in that special COVID time can be worthwhile.
It's really important to have everything really well organized, well planned before you start, and clear what expectations you have, both to students and the process.
Seek for support, to reach out to others that have already tried, and then kind of taking small steps into figuring out what is good for you as a teacher and for your students.
If you try to make too large steps, you will fail.
Definitely.
And
that applies to teachers as well as students and even parents and their technology at home and the situation.
Yeah.
So I think and also of course the deans or the head of the schools.
Administration.
Administration budget. How much can they do? And small steps, definitely.
Yeah. For me, also rethinking your pedagogy. And not just trying to copy what's going on in the physical room and trying to copy that into the digital room, right? So trying to rethink, why are we actually doing what we're doing, and is this the best way? And I know during the COVID lockdown we didn't really have a choice, but in the aftermath we do have a choice.
Connection is the #1 priority, because mental health is very important. It becomes more and more difficult.
Yes.
In the recent times, now that we had the pandemic, isolation was part of our life every day, and the aspects in our mental health could not be seen. We will see it even further because they have an impact on us. So my #1 priority in education would be find that way for connection between people.
Communication with the parents, which is crucial to get the transferability of the knowledge, in our case with the special needs.
That is always important, not just technical approach. That is important to be aware that students are human beings, and the mental health is also very important. So not just to have the methods or to be very concerned about the knowledge and the facts, always to include that social part and some kind of group therapy or methods that can be involved for students to reach their goals, to be completely persons, not only to know, but to be unhappy. So I think that that part is also important to be aware.
Technology's self-efficacy. That's, I think, it's key to many things. And if you're afraid of technology and it will break and things like that, you don't manage things.
Keep it simple in the classroom. So don't overload with the usage of the ICT technology, and use it as support, not the main tool.
It's not about using, it's about using clever.
Yeah, it's you're extending with technology, not putting it instead of paper and pen. You're doing something better with it.
You have to find the balance between the use of the technology, the physical presence when it's possible, and to find a blend that works and brings the best possible outcome out of it.
You need to know who are you teaching and what students are knowledge about that, what you want to bring them, so you need to be prepared.
I let it help me make the situation easier for students so they can be in charge of their education and control the pace. All the material is in there, all the tasks, all the reading and videos and everything. So my question when I enter the classroom is more or less, what are you going to do today? And then I can help them.
A help could be for us to have some design patterns that we could take and maybe resituate in our practices. So instead of only sharing the knowledge that we have, actually build on that knowledge that we have to make kind of an outcome that people can take with them back into their practice and try to see if that can solve some of the questions, right?
And I feel like, for example, this group has a good knowledge about how to use data, for example, about how to read from the data, maybe a little bit better what the needs are.
How can we find the balance between books and technology and all the tools in the toolbox? How can we use the best of both worlds, kind of?
There is constant technology evolvement,
Yes.
which every year or every semester changes. So the balance of using it, using the physical presence, blending it, not losing the connection between people, and having a pedagogical result that is positive. All this balance is a question that is very important to me.
We have to support.
That's true. That's
and
true.
make sure that we discuss.
Yeah, and no one is more correct about something than the other. It's just a different view and a different experience and a different knowledge. So
and the humanity, how to still have that relation between student and teacher, not just that technology can replace everything.
So, are we on?
Small steps. It's like a title of an album.
Yes.
That will be the title of our first album.
Okay.
Small steps.
And better education is better life for everyone.
Definitely agree.
Toolbox. The toolbox is quite a good word. Yeah, it is.
That was it?
Yeah.
Great.
Did it make sense?
I think it's perfect.
Okay.
Were we the shortest ones? Can we stay here longer? It doesn't look good.
Oh, we can take them again.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, same to you.
Okay, are we done?
Well done.
Did we answer anything?